Hello guys, today we have a new point for the discussion, and the point is from the life processes in living organisms. The point is called root pressure, where there is a transportation of water in from the root parts, from the part it is called roots, into the upward direction, and this happens the case in case of the plant only. Okay, here there is a transportation of water is there, and this transportation of water, as we know that there is a two types of specialized tissues are there. Basically one is called xylem and second is called phloem. Here after observe, you found xylem here. Observe, this is the xylem, and xylem carry water as well as the phloem carry the food. We know that these are the two types of specialized tissues are there in case of the plant. Now today we have the point, and this point is called root pressure, and using the root pressure we have to be determine how the root pressure is responsible to carry the water into the in upward direction for the plant in case of the small trees, herbs, shrubs, etc., and what is the technique behind the root pressure. For the reason, we have a small activity is there, and what is the activity? There is a small plant. Observe here, there is a small plant, and this plant is regarding example, you can take tuberose, and you have to take out the plant from the soil, clean the roots, and finally you have to kept in a colored water, like you have to use eosin also here. Okay, so you have to kept the roots deep buried inside the water, which is called colored water, and observe this procedure after 2 to 3 hours. So the question is what happened? So if you observe what is the color of the water, if you observe in a beaker, this is what the color of water, same water color you have to observe here. It means that the veins are turns into the red, as the color of the water is also a red. Now question is why this is happen? This is happen because here the water get pushed into the upward direction against gravity, and this is because of a kind of pressure, and that pressure is called root pressure. It is called as the root pressure. So this is what the first activity. Now you have to find out the explanation. What is the technical criteria behind there is a pressure of the root that has been created, and where the water get flow from the roots into the upper part. Observe, it is moved into the upper part, so against the force of gravity. So what kind of pressure is responsible? So answer is like that, just now I told you, because of the root pressure. Now what is the concept behind the root pressure? If you observe here, this is what soil which containing water and mineral. Now where this soil having the water and minerals are there, at this point there is a high pressure that has been created because of the difference in the concentration, and this is what the root hairs. This is called, the part is called at the root hair. Here there is a name called root hair, and inside the root hair we have the low pressure, and we know that if there is a high pressure from the soil containing water and there is a low pressure inside the root, what happen here? Of course there is a flow of water from soil to the enter into the root hairs, and here the root cells are there which absorb the water. Once, if you observe, once the root cell absorb the water, what happen here? Of course we know we have performed an activity regarding that. If you take out some kind of food items are there, and if you just kept under the water for the night, what happen here? During the daytime they get solid. Why? Because the water get entered inside this cell, and the cells turns into the turgid in nature. In the same manner, what happen here? Observe, these root cells are turgid in nature. Now what happen here? Observe, once the cells absorb the water, now the cell structure looks like this. Observe here. So what happen here? The cells are turgid in nature and they create a pressure. So these cells are turgid in nature. Now question is what happened due to the nature, that is called when they absorb the water, the cells are turgid in nature. So what happened here? Here the area that is get increases along this side. At which side? This side the area get increases. This side also area get increases because of the elasticity of these root cells. So what happened here? This much of area that has been covered by the root cells when there is a no absorption of water. Now after absorption of water, now the area get increases, and this much of area that has been covered, right? So when this happen, when the cells are become turgid in nature by absorption of water. So this much of area that will be, of course the cells are, there is no any kind of water present before the root pressure, and once the pressure is applied, these cells only they get turgid, and because of that the area get increases. Now because of this elasticity, now the cells are trying to get accommodate its own original like shape. For the reason, the pressure has been created inside pressure now that has been created, and because of this inside pressure the water get move forward and forward direction, means into the column of water has been created here, and this get enters into the xylem, and once it enters into the xylem, because of the continuous pressure, now the water get moved into the upward direction. In that way the root, because of this continuous pressure, the water get moved into the upward direction. And finally, if you observe in this diagram, at this the leaves are also turns into the red because of the red color water, and here the root pressure is continuously responsible to move the water in the upward direction, and this is what because of the pressure, and that is pressure is because of the root, and because of this it is called as the root pressure. This is only the thing. So because of this turgidness only, the pressure has been created, a column of water that has been entered from root cells into the cortex, after cortex into the xylem, and finally it is moved into the upward direction. So this is what the mechanism behind the root pressure. I hope you understand the video. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel and press on the bell icon for the new notification. Thank you.